You burned both your hands.
Guys, I'm fine. You, go. Mojito?
It was definitely special. We shot every single episode outdoors at night at Universal Studios, which was, I mean, like, there's a reason people do Shakespeare in the Park. It's very fun to be outdoors and to be acting like in the open. It's very Greek theater. So that part was really fun. It's also never ever been done before, and I think not only the audiences that came to our shows, but the audience that'll watch it on TV will feel the difference. It really does feel and look very different. Most of it was practically lit, very little studio lighting. Our DP was incredible. It looks and feels very, very, very different than any other multicam sitcom you'll see, I think.
Yeah, it kind of breathes. Like, even just when you see someone's hair moving a little bit in the wind or whatever. And I think also, I don't know, we'll see what audiences think, but there's like kind of an edge of danger to that a little bit. Because you feel like, oh shit, oh shoot, again.
Yeah.
Oh shoot. I haven't said shoot in 20 years, so I'll just say shit. Just, oh shit, they could mess up at any moment, or, you know, it
has like a live
they're
vibe
doing it
to
right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's cool.
Sure.
Yeah.
I think you guys covered the cool stuff about it being outside. Except, and it was fun not to go stir crazy inside of a set. Like, you always knew what time it was.
Yeah.
Because you could see the outdoors. And I think that helps everybody. Also, the audience got blankets. So that's a fun thing.
They did get free blankets, and we got hand warmers when we needed them. Because in Los Angeles, if you shoot and it's under 72 degrees, you think you're going to die of hypothermia.
Right, right.
We learned that 50 is the same as 0.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, we were also on the side of a mountain. It got a little colder up there. It was a higher altitude. The audience got soup. We didn't.
Yes.
You know, it kept us on our toes.
Well, there was a lot of soup around, and there was a lot of craft service around. But because of the nature of the show, which is that we're really on one set, we never, ever, ever got to. There were literally like 4 tents set up with food, and we never got to enjoy any of it. Oh, it does.
Oh, yes, we definitely drink stuff.
Yes.
It's not an empty cup ever.
Oh, it drives me crazy when you see I know we're so on the same page about that. We watch things in various ways, but one is like the details of the object work, no question. When you're like, that fucking cup's empty.
Yeah.
Just drinking from an empty cup. That drives me nuts. They can't fill that cup? It drives me nuts. Well, I would say anyone that is deciding whether to watch a show because it was shot in front of a live studio audience or not needs to reevaluate their criteria. Yeah. You should watch a show because it's funny and you want to hang around with the characters that are on the show. And I think that's what our show is.
Yeah. Also, have you ever seen Friends? Like, it's shot in front of a studio audience and it's the best. And I think that's like the most watched show right now on Netflix.
Yeah.
Didn't they just pay like $2 million? No, way more than that. What am I talking about? $2 billion for it?
Per second.
Yeah.
It's pretty silly that you say young people, because I feel like all the shows I watched growing up were in front of a live studio audience. Like, all the shows on Nickelodeon and everything on Disney Channel was a multi-camera show in front of a live studio audience. And we loved them all.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
We have a booklet, or like, not even, it's a bunch of papers, like a scroll of the rules. It's many pages long. It's pretty thick.
And that's real, like the prop?
The prop has actual real rules written on it. It was actually one of my favorite things to go through and read the different rules that the prop department came up
who
with.
knows if they'll be our actual rules, but they filled the entire thing up with amazing rules.
The prop department is amazing on this show.
Yes.
Anything that you're looking at, I mean, down to they got us an 800-pound tuna fish, which a dead tuna.
800 pounds.
What? How many pounds was it?
The size of a car.
A car is 2,000
It was like 200 pounds.
It was 200 pounds.
Was it 800 pounds?
No.
Well, it was 200 pounds. Well, it was a fish. They got us a fish, and it was a
800-pound tuna would be so big.
They got us a fish that weighed slightly more than I do. Yeah. But they got us a real fish, and they did. There was no reason to do that. in the end.
Well, you know,
But the
yeah,
authenticity of the
authenticity,
thing.
yeah.
And anytime you see a prop or a mug or in anything, it's like the detail work. They think everything out.
Yeah.
But yes, the rules are
They're very
printed.
important. Since this is sort of like an illegal bar in a backyard, and Abby started it, she was like, I can make my own rules, and it ended up being 162 rules. Some of the rules are just like...
Well, they're voted on by committee.
They're voted on by committee.
Yeah.
There are rules about how to get rules in the rule book as well. Rules for the rules. And then there's some are like, just don't be annoying, basically.
Most
There's a
of
whole
them
set
are
of
that.
rules about not being annoying at the bar. And then some of the episodes are based on specific rules that we find out.
I like quite a few of the Abby's rules, I gotta say. I know this is sexist. Call me sexist, but I do appreciate the rule of no men wearing sandals.
Oof.
Here's the thing about that. It's not that all men have gross feet. It's that the ones that decide to wear sandals in public at a bar at night have gross feet. Always.
Couldn't agree more.
Always.
And I'd like to extend that to airports and airplanes.
Correct. And the men who show off their feet have the worst feet. I don't know if it's an airing out thing. I don't know what it is, but I do appreciate that rule.
There's nothing worse.
I remember, I like this rule. If you vomit, you have to clean it up yourself, even if it makes you vomit again.
That is a great rule.
That's a good rule. That's a good bar rule.
Yes, that's a great rule.
I think my rule would be no eating within earshot of me. If I had my own bar, I don't want to listen to you eat.
That'll be $7.50.